What's up, guys? It's Julius here on Julius Blue TV at Chelsea Podcast. And if it's your first time on the channel, please like, subscribe, and let's talk about it. Chelsea versus Fulham at home. It's gonna be on a Boxing Day. This is a London derby. It's gonna be kind of tricky, but one thing gives me the hope of us beating us because Fulham have never beaten Chelsea at home in a very long time. So I don't expect us to lose this game. We have to win. But the only good thing about this game is that Fulham don't sit back. They're not going to sit back the same way Everton did. I'm still mad about that loss. We did not win. We only have a draw. And but we move on, man. Fulham are not going to sit back. They're going to come to play the game, and that's when we can catch them. We're going to play ball with them. And the only thing is, I'm going to talk about the good thing about this is head-to-head. Chelsea versus Fulham. We have played 34 times in the Premier League. We have won 21. They have only won 2 times. And we have 11 draws. And at home wins, we have 11. And for them, home wins, they have 2. Those are the only time they have beaten us in the Premier League. And the last time we lost to them was away from home, and it was 1-0. It was Joao Felix when he got his debut, and then he got a red card. So, and then away wins, we have 10. That's crazy. It's kind of good, man. It's kind of we have a good record versus Fulham. And one of the things I want to talk about is this, like the last game, Everton versus Chelsea. We lost. We did not lose that game. We drew, but it felt like a loss. I saw people that are talking about, oh, why you guys are mad because you guys were saying you're in title race and now you're not. But it does not work like that. Chelsea versus Fulham, it's going to be a London derby. It's going to be, the form goes out of the window. It does goes out the window, man. When it comes to London derbies, it has nothing to do with the form. You can see when we meet with Tottenham Hotspur, it's always one of the best games, especially away from home. It's always one of the best games in England. No one can say that's the best derby ever for me. I have seen him over and over. I have seen us beat Tottenham. It's always a good, man. Even if we always win, but we always beat them. And one thing about the Fulham versus Chelsea is that Fulham, they've been on a good run. I think the last 5 games they have had 4 draws and 1 loss. So they've been so good. They beat the last game they won. They beat Brighton at home. I think Brighton lost to them, and they only have like draws. They have just recently drew to Liverpool, and they drew to Southampton and Red Sector. But we've been on a good run as well, man. In our last 8 games in all competition, we have won. The only game we could have went to 9 draws, like 9 wins, and then we end up drawing to Everton this last Sunday. It hurts, man. It does hurt. I know Enzo Maresca came out in the meeting and he said he was happy with his performance, but for me, I don't believe that, man. Enzo Maresca could have done better in that game because we had everything, man. If he could have brought Joao Felix from the bench, for me, I believe we could have won this game, but I don't know what happened and why he did not bring him. He ended up bringing Christopher Nkunku. He's not a 9. He's changed Jackson. It's always the same sub every game. I'm tired of it. I want him to fix up and get something. Why didn't you bring a guy like Marc Cucurella from the bench and let's see, maybe the youngsters, man? Especially our right side was dead. No one was helping Pedro Neto, and for me, in my humble opinion, Pedro Neto was our best forward for me. But no one was helping him. Disasi on that side, he's not a right back. He cannot overlap. Augusto on the left, always killing the attack, getting him into the midfield. You should keep him more back than bring him so forward. Do so for me. You guys saw that chance when Jackson missed. Gusto had a space to score that, but Gusto is not a goal scorer, so I'm not gonna blame him. I just gonna blame Enzo Maresca for this because he keep playing him in this position, and we all know Gusto is not that. He's not that. Enzo Maresca, for me, the next lineup, I expect at least him to play Joao Felix because nothing you can really say, man. Because in this game, we have to win this game. We have to win it because Fulham. We have to go back on the winning on a winning run, and I expect man like Obi, like Reece Nelson, all these guys who just came from Arsenal, like to give us a good game. They are good players, and we don't want to take them for likely because this fixture is different. It's a London derby. Form goes out of the window. So guys, if you're still here, man, like, subscribe, and let's talk about my predict lineup. I expect Robert Sanchez in the goal. The last game, Robert Sanchez showed why Enzo Maresca like is still trusting him as the first number one goalie. And in the end, for me, I wanna praise him when praise is due, man. And if you play bad, I will talk about it, man. So I'm not gonna be like hypocrite, but I'm gonna talk about when you play well. Robert Sanchez was good, and I expect him to show up at the Stamford Bridge. It's gonna be at home. Our recent form at home is not that good, but away form is way much better. So another, I will expect Malogusto to be back where he belongs on the right as a right back, and I don't expect him to invert into the midfield this time. It's gonna be Marc Cucurella on the left as my left back. He was suspended. That's why we do not have him at Everton. And one thing I learned about that game that we need Marcus Cucurella a lot, man. Marcus Cucurella is a part of this team, and we need him a lot. And we saw that in this game. Marcus Cucurella was needed a lot. And in my center backs, Tosin and Cowell played well the last game. Fantastic, especially Tosin, man, was one of my men of the match. If Robert Sanchez did not get it, for me, Tosin should have got the man of the match, man. Fantastic, especially the block at the end, man. That guy, kudos to him, man. Kudos to him, and now he's back in the team. When Wesley Fofana comes back, who knows what's going to happen? Is he going to be on the same good form, the same way? Let's see. And in the midfield, Enzo Fernandez and Moses Casero and Maresca confirmed yesterday, and he said Romeo Lavia is not fit yet, but he's back in training and he's training well. We don't want to see him this game. And one more thing, like Reece James as well is back in the training. I'm gonna be making a video about the guys who have returned from the injury and the one who are not coming back anytime soon, and the transfer window, all that. I'm gonna be making my next video. I'm dropping 2 videos today, so stay tuned on that. So Moses Casero, the first name on the score, the first name on the sheet, man. Starting lineup, Moses Casero for me is the first name. Nobody else so far. The player of the season. No one like Moses Casero, man. No one like this guy, man. And my front three is gonna be Jadon Sancho on the left, and I would like to have maybe let's give Nani Madueke a run. I'll give him, because since he been coming from the bench, he's been a threat. But the last game he was not, but for the recent games he's been so good, assisting, all that, so good, man. And Cole Palmer will be in the number 10 role. And then Cole Palmer, the last game, people I saw them talking about, oh, you don't show up again in the game. If Cole Palmer does not show up, you guys don't win. We no longer Cole Palmer FC, we are Chelsea. And then my striker will be Nico Jackson, because yeah, it's Nico, man. That's the only guy we need. So guys, I will see you guys in the next one, and take yourself and like the last video, and just go and check it out, and then I'll see you guys in the next one. And